So it does turn out to be that this does look like an actual cold steel product. Strangely enough that it's not on the website at all. So far, past month and a bit, a couple months, it's only been a Midway USA exclusive. So this is the new Wicked Edge clone. Oh, sorry, I mean the Cold Steel Benchtop Knife Sharpener. It's basically an extra large upside down KME and or a Wicked Edge clone. So it comes with 300, 600, 800, and 1000 grit diamond stone abrasive, ambidextrous clamp with even force, and a weight with non-slip feet. So this is the outside packaging. You see it's got an actual like batch number and all that stuff. First thing that happened to it in the shipping process from my buddy in Wyoming up here, little part of the plastic broke there, as well as a hinge on the case, but inside is totally fine because of the super strong foam that it comes with. It's got a nice locking case, so that's pretty cool. You can see on the inside there's the clamp, the base, the rods, the abrasives, and the nuts, and the guide rod. So good news right away, I can tell you that the jaws and the base are all extremely solid aluminum. And I like this winch nut system here. Left or right side, pretty easy with one finger. You can just spin it and open it up. So that's as wide as it goes. Will that fit a Trailmaster? I'm not sure, but then again, the Trailmaster isn't really a knife you'd put on this system. I'm just going to see if it fits the SRK. And oh yeah, totally easy. Fits the SRK, no problem. What I like about that is it does have a very large area. Sorry, I'm just gonna see if this is a better angle for the light. Yeah, there we go. So, a bit better angle there. You've got a big, deep run of teeth and ribbing on the inside of the rubberized jaws here. And you do have some graduation points as well to tell you how deep to put a wide blade. Like on a kitchen knife, like an 8-inch chef knife, I'd say put that sucker all the way at the back. Then a medium-sized knife like an SRK or something, probably put it at the second line. And then your folders, small fixed blades, align the spine to this back line here. So I'd say if you're probably using KME methods for your sharpening, that'd be the way to go for this type sharpener. Next, the abrasives. Pretty sure that's like the same dimension size of your Wicked Edge type. It's just a simple hole through these plastic blocks to put on the guide rod. So you've got 300, 600, 1000, and 800 grit. You've got a guide rod here. Now I bet you if you had a second one, and if you bent it just so slightly, you would have a convexing rod, so you'd have another option for your sharpening. And I'm pretty sure a few of the secondary clamps that the KME has, like the beautician shear clamp, would fit on this guy, so I could sharpen my beautician shears with this system as well as the KME. So that's a pretty nice case that it comes with, and it's got this very secure, very tight carved foam to secure all the parts and bits. So that's pretty nice. I mean, I don't really blame the shipping and whatnot for the crack on the case. I mean, that thing was going all across the continent up the Alaska Highway on a truck at minus 40 or colder Celsius. So it definitely made the plastic brittle. So you got the new Cold Steel logo on there. Plenty of room for stickers and whatnot. And of course, it does come with instructions, which I did read a quick glance through. Sorry for moving around, guys. So to make sure that this guy is going to get mounted on correctly, this guy lines up with the threading. Making sure, yeah, there's no difference between the nuts and bolts on these guys, so you get 3. So just by feeling how this is solid aluminum on the clamp and the base is a really good sign. Just want to give you guys a good angle there, sorry. Okay, hopefully that's enough buggering around for a minute. That's one side. There's a little bit of play. But that's just that big nut, bolt, and washer system. Not a big deal at all. Actually, I'm a big dummy. That's what the final nut is for. Right here. That secures it in place. So you're sharpening a knife on this side, up and down. Just loosen that. And you spin it. That's why there's a hole on each side here. And then you lock it down with that thread. That's actually pretty smart. So keep in mind for the 100-ish to $150-ish range of sharpening devices, it's pretty good. So let's see here. So the angle controller. So it seems like you just simply use the very end of this guy to determine your angle. So you got 30 all the way to 15 degrees where this little guy peeks out. So today, guys, sorry we're not using a cold steel blade. I know, get the rope and torches and all that, but we're going to see what a 17-degree bevel does on a CPM 154 Benchmade tagged out. So just like a KME, I'm going to try and align this flat portion here with the top line. Here we go. And just like a KME as well, and try and get the same amount of steel going past the jaws. And then from that, we're going to do a straight line from heel to tip. Because I have a zip tie handy, give a rough idea there. Now I'm choosing this blade because it's got quite a big flat and a decent amount of belly. So we're going to see how this device handles the curves and the flat. And also with the full flat ground blades, there tends to be a bit of a canter when you're putting it on sharpening systems. So we're going to see how well it does. Sorry for the moving around. So it seems like I'm actually going to go a little bit higher up and straight line, heel to tip, final tighten. Drop that knot there. Let's see, is that a good angle? And the shadow is too shitty. Sorry about that moving around. Okay, I think we're good there for now. So let's see down here. It's a 15, 16, then 17. You know what? I changed my mind. I'm just going to do 20 because I know my Work Sharp field sharpener is at 20 degrees. My Work Sharp Benchtop sharpener is at 20 degrees. And I think the 154 cm could use a little bit of help with toughness on the edge, so not making it too thin. Especially if I'm going to be skinning and cutting against meat and stuff like that. Okay, I think that's a decent enough angle. Okay, a little bit of wiggle there. Let's make that a little more tight. There, as long as it's not falling on its own. And this guy threads in. Now, if I wasn't dumb, I would have a marker available, the final KME tip. There we go. See if you're actually hitting your edge. So yeah, guys, just watch a lot of KME reviews and videos simply for the actual science of sharpening. This is basically a big upside down KME. Okay, now I got it. Matching the edge. You may see that there's a bit of wiggle. There's a lot of wiggle with the KME, and I tell you, it's no issue at all. The clamp with the rod and the abrasive is absolutely solid. So there's no worry there at all. You know, 154 cm, not a... It's not S110V or M390, but it's certainly not a, you know, 4116 Krupp or anything super small. See, I've already got a burr going. Yeah, I've already got a pretty heavy burr on that side with the 300 grit. So that's a nice idea with the nut and clamp system there, but it takes a second or so to do. So that's just a very gentle deburring on that steel. And yes, that's probably the best step and best sharpening tip I can give you guys, is to actually stop and physically like drag your fingers up, feel that burr, and you know you're ready to go. So I'm going to switch. Keep forgetting it's back there. So I kind of wish they would do like another maybe just a fold down clamp or a button or something, just to quicken up that or have something like in the base here where you turn it just clicks in instead of doing that screw every time. Not a big deal though. So deburr gently. Yeah, those diamonds are pretty aggressive and fresh. You can see there's quite a lot of dust building up on them. Wouldn't be surprised if they started coming up with more sets of different grits and whatnot, and maybe strops and stuff. Basically, like the Wicked Edge, a double system there. I wonder if the Wicked Edge stones would actually fit on this guy. I'm not sure. I have a friend who has one, so I might borrow them just to see if they actually do. A little bit more. Wow, sorry for that horrible focus, guys. Okay, that's a lot better. Sorry for that fuzzy footage just beforehand. Okay, so burr is there. Yeah, it would be much nicer if that just had an automatic click. Not a big deal. First world problems, eh? Yeah, this thing is kept solid. It hasn't migrated at all. Yeah, I thought this little thing was going to be a bit bigger, but overall size, it's a more compact, bigger, better set of jaws than the KME in my opinion. Solid aluminum. We'll see maybe after a couple dozen sharpenings how it holds up over time, but I'd say these diamond stones are probably the same quality you're getting with your work sharp stuff. Checking that blade is still straight, so I shouldn't have a canter on my bevel. It's very smooth, pretty nice. Just trying to figure out my grip with the stones, and I think this is kind of the way to go with the grooves that are in there. Just the outside plastic that's holding onto these stones does feel a little too cheap. Like if you drop it, there's a pretty big seam that could crack, but that's what two-part epoxy is for anyway. So again, you may see that there's a bit of wobble and wiggle on these jaws, but it is solid with the stone, so that's not a problem. Okay, secure that, and we'll give it a final polish with 1000, then we'll strap it on some leather and we'll see how we've done. Careful not to run off the tip, as you can blunt that over time. Okay, let's take off that screw and do some deburring strokes. Holy shit. There we go. So the only problem I was having here is when this was set at 20 from this location, stone would be bumping onto that knob. So I had to sharpen up and above it this way. I'd have to get my friend's angle cube and see if it works, but I would reverse this so there's more room for it to angle over the knob on this side. And then use this side as the guide for the angle. I'll just show you as an example. Instead of doing it that like the instructions suggest, I'd actually put it this way. So at 20 degrees. Never mind. That won't work. The rod won't bend forward. It's relying on this way. So, glad I'm done with that. Okay, so I've deburred both sides. Now let's take a look. Stop moving camera clamp, thank you. There you go, so just wipe that off. God damn it. Sorry guys, blooper kind of night. So just the work sharp strop with the green compound. Keep this thing oiled with coconut oil to keep the leather supple. And it helps absorb that compound. Crunched my finger in the door in the car. That was fun. That wasn't a few swears. Yeah, so I think just add a ceramic rod or a strop to that kid and you're golden. So let's see. Nice and crisp, clean all the way along. It's got that bite. Hopefully that's removed a little bit of that fatigued and burnt factory edge. Let's see if I have enough real estate of arm here, yeah. Tip is sharp, belly's sharp. Yeah. Could always take my time a bit more. Get a much finer, refined edge, but I know I blabbed on a bit about the actual thing, but I'd say in those diamond stones, the size of the abrasives, and for the first go of it, 10-15 minutes to do a reprofile on the CPM 154. Just to get used to the darn thing, that's pretty freaking good. So with that setup, the nice case, I think my friend said that's about 150 or less-ish US dollars. Yeah, the new cold steel, aka Wicked Edge clone. Yeah, that's a win in my book. Yeah, say goodbye to your, your Work Sharp Precision Adjust. And I'd say the Lansky is pretty much extinct. Yeah, it's like the Virgin Precision Adjust, and here's the Chad Cold Steel Sharpener. Thanks, guys.